Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. It's so good to be back doing this video series, and we are back doing this video series, and it's a good time to be bringing it back as well because we are heading to a very, very busy weekend this weekend. We've got Saturday night's main event, we've got Great American Bash, we've got Evolution, and in the future we've got Survivor Series. This is the first official poster that was shown for Survivor Series War Games. And I don't know if it had been advertised as War Games in the past. I don't remember the War Games being part of this year's Survivor Series promotion, but it's on the poster. It's there now. So it seems like we are getting War Games once again this year. This is the first official poster. We got Cena, we got Roman, we got Cody, all the faces you would expect. And it'll be good. It's going to be a big show. I believe it's in a big stadium. So, I mean, it'll be a big show, but I was kind of hoping that we were going to move away from War Games. But that's just me personally, right? So, Christopher, thank you. That's the first official poster. James, shout out to you. So, The Rock has given some feedback points in regards to Unreal. This is that documentary that's airing on Netflix. And apparently there's a few things he's not happy about with how he is portrayed. So he wants changes made. No word on specifics. But his portrayal hasn't quite met his standards. So interesting. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be good. Netflix, end of the month. It's all about behind the scenes, creative and guerrilla position. And it's kind of really focusing on that side of the business. A lot of people saying we should not show that side of the business, but I'm quite excited for it. So looking forward to that. At TJM Dub, thank you. This is Jason Baker. Jason Baker said something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So this is just a bit of an evolution of the look of the Wyatt Sicks. Nothing drastic. We know that they've played around with a few of Howdy's looks. He seems to be going through a little bit of a Hunter Hearst Helmsley stage here to me. He looks like he's about to go horse riding. And obviously a little bit of a change for Gacy. I like Gacy. I kind of like that setup. I'm not crazy on the Howdy look personally. It's okay. I like the hair. I think that looks good. I would mess the mask up a little bit. I think it could do with looking a little bit more beat up, a bit more battered. I would just mess that up personally. But it looks so much better than when we first saw Howdy all those years ago. I was not crazy about that. I think this looks better. But it's just an evolution of the look, really. And anything that's going to evolve the look of the Wyatt Sicks is probably going to involve Jason Baker. So a little tweet put out there by him. Right, Michelle McCool has said that her phone has not rung regarding Evolution, and I do think that's a bit of a shame, not because I am desperate for her to wrestle, but I do want legends at that show this Sunday, in the crowds or in the Battle Royal. You know, it'd be great to just have legends involved, so I do think it's a bit disappointing that she's not been contacted, so hopefully they can pick up the phone, even if she's just in the crowd. You know, I think it'd be good for her to be there. And talking of Evolution, we've obviously had some big progress with that card. We now know the teams that are going to be involved in this Fatal 4-Way Tag match, this being kind of finalised during Raw. So the Kabuki Warriors are going to go in there with Raquel and Roxanne, Alexa and Charlotte, and of course we've got Zaruka as well. So from NXT, Zarya and Sol Ruka. We've also got the Intercontinental Triple Threat. A lot of people saying that should be the main event on social media, that it's got the best builds. I do like Jade and Naomi though. Obviously, we've seen that match before. I'm not saying that should be the main event. I'm just saying that there's a lot of history there, of course. JC against Jordan. Grace for the NXT Women's Championship, so NXT represented. Io against Rhea. Pretty good match. That's something I was quite excited for WrestleMania. So, definitely down for that as a singles match. And, of course, we know that Trish came back on Friday, and she'll be taking on Tiffany, so can't be down on getting a Trish match as well. So I don't think that's a bad card at all. I really don't think that's a bad card. I'm quite excited for this Sunday. But that's Sunday, and we need to focus on tonight. We had Monday Night Raw. So a few bits to take a look at. So here, Anime Fiend Zero, thank you. SlamX said, what are we going to do about Kross? So Anime Fiend Zero just wondering, is that Plan B? I don't know what Plan B was, to be honest. We had this conversation during our watch along. Seth said last week about a Plan B, but never got mentioned this week. There was no mention of a Plan B. And I don't know that Plan B is another new member joining the group. I don't think they bring Kross into this group. I don't think Kross brings what they need. I think what they need is someone that's going to take losses for the group. I think they need someone that's going to be the weak link in the group. The reason why they need that is because we need some comedy in the group. Not everyone can just be a badass looking intense. You sort of need someone that's going to provide a little bit of comedy. I don't know who's going to bring that in this group. Bron just wants to look like a wrecking machine. So does Bronson Reed. Seth's the leader. I suppose Heyman could bring a bit of comedy, but I really feel like this group need like a Theory, an Austin Theory, or they need like an Ethan Page, or, you know, someone that can maybe do the dirty work and take some losses. I don't think that is Karrion. So I don't see Karrion join him. But it is interesting that Karrion's being mentioned here. What are we going to do about Kross? I wonder if he's going to be a target, because if Sami is out indefinitely, then what does Kross do? Because he says he's going to keep going after Sami, but we found out Sami is out injured indefinitely. That means he's out for at least a couple of weeks. So what's Karrion going to do? Nothing? Or could it be that these guys now set their sights on Karrion? Don't know. Gonna have to see. I don't know if that would make sense, because Karrion's obviously a heel. That group's heels. So if they attack Karrion, are we turning Karrion face? Does Karrion work as a face? The crowd are certainly chanting, "We want Kross." And we're going to look at that later. So the fans are behind Karrion. So I don't know. It's very interesting. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you lot think in regards to where that could be going and what we do with Karrion if Sami is out indefinitely, right? Right, Edward said, what team is going to win this Sunday? Yeah, so there we go. It was finalised, as we said, on Raw, mainly because of Asuka coming to Kairi's aid, and so we got the Kabuki Warriors reforming. So yeah, that looks a really interesting match. I think there's a chance that the champs retain, and then maybe at SummerSlam, we actually get Alexa and Charlotte going up against Roxanne and Raquel. I don't know what this means for the Kabuki Warriors, but I actually wouldn't be down on Asuka turning on Kairi, because I sort of feel like them doing a bit of a feud could be really interesting. Obviously, these girls go back to NXT, but actually, what if Asuka gets upset with Kairi after they don't win, and what if Asuka lays Kairi out? Don't know that it's going to go that way, but I'd be tempted to look at something like that personally. I don't think we need another long Kabuki Warriors tag run, right? I think that we're doing a lot of work at the moment actually to build up Kairi as a solo star, you know, the whole pirate thing. And so, just something to think about. Something else to think about. Seth not happy about Bron snatching that microphone at the start of Raw, going over and just cutting his own promo. That says that Bron does not really respect Seth, was not thinking about Seth in this moment. He just sort of wanted to send his message to Sami. And I was really surprised at this, because, yes, this group is going to split up at some point. All groups do. So I'm sure there's going to be a big split here, but I would not expect that anytime soon. This is a new group, only formed just after WrestleMania. So I don't know that it makes a great deal of sense to split them up anytime soon. Seth seemed a little bit off with this moment, but then seemed to quite quickly be on board with it. Didn't seem to be too bothered about it after. But they wanted you to see this. They wanted you to know that Bron was like a live wire that's going to do whatever he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. And maybe even that he doesn't consider Seth or how Seth is going to react. Not like in the Bloodline. No one ever would have done that to Roman. No one ever would have done that to Roman. But we saw Bron sort of disrespect Seth, and Seth didn't really do anything about it. So I think that was very, very interesting. I think you can read as much into that as you want. I just think it's interesting. It's worth noting. And we got a little bit of development with Seth's group here. We're starting to look at some of the relationships between these people. And as we said, Bron didn't seem bothered about interrupting and snatching that microphone and kind of stealing the spotlight. He wasn't bothered about doing that, so interesting. Roman doesn't have the want to come back. He's returning at Saturday night's main event. I think there is a chance he does, actually. Saturday night's main event is going up against AEW, and so they're going to need something pretty big to grab the attention against AEW. I don't know if that's the cash-in, Goldberg winning his last match, becoming champion, or does Seth try to cash in and Roman stops him? And could that be the big moment that we get at Saturday night's main event? I think there is a good chance of that. And he was mentioned at the start of this show, Roman, with the crowd chanting OTC. Is that them just planting a seed that Roman could be on his way back this weekend? This was good. This was during the commercial break, so not everyone will have seen it, but they did show the New Day later in the show anyway, in mourning, in their best sort of Undertaker attire. I said they would have made very good Sister Abigails, but obviously they're in mourning because they lost their tag team championships last week. Nikki Bella has revealed that she is going to be in the Battle Royal at Evolution, and I think the original plan was that it was going to be the Bellas against Raquel and Liv. Obviously, we're not doing that now because of Liv's injury, so there's been changes. So now Nikki is going in the Battle Royal. Winner of that Battle Royal will go on to face the champ at Clash in Paris. So I think Nikki has got a chance of winning, but we know that Stephanie is going to be in that Battle Royal as well. And it was also shown that Maxine and Natalia are going to go in. I don't think either of them win, but yeah, could be interesting. The women's tag match at Evolution is now complete. Yep. Sami out of action indefinitely. That was a big talking point coming out of Raw. Heyman was apparently called the Oracle by Michael Cole. So we saw that the Oracle was actually trademarked as a name, as a term, a few weeks ago. And so now he has been referred to as the Oracle. So I think that is going to be his new name. He'll still be Paul Heyman, but you know how he was the wise man. I think now he is the Oracle. El Venti Americano, very good. Venti is like large. So he is a little bit bigger now. El Grande. So El Grande has become El Venti, but he's still El Grande. But of course, that's Ludwig Kaiser. So it looks like Ludwig Kaiser's going to carry this gimmick on whilst Chad is away. Loud We Want Kross chants. During the commercial break, Karrion said to the crowd, well, now you've got me, right? He was really pleased to hear these chants. Really pleased. This groundswell of support, it's continuing to grow. And so, yeah, he was really pleased to hear that. So I don't know if they've been doing this on purpose. I honestly don't know if they are trying to get the fans behind Karrion. If this was their strategy, it has worked perfectly. Like, they have killed it. They've done a great job. And, Karrion's in a really good position now. I still don't know what we do with him while Sami's out indefinitely. But, yeah. I think a loud message has been sent that the fans want Karrion. Karrion responded, well, now you've got me. Maxine and Natalia revealed they're going to be in the Battle Royal. Ringside claiming that the Goldberg chants were piped in. They've got no evidence of that. The only thing was they were just saying that as the fans were chanting for Goldberg, you couldn't see anyone actually doing it in the background. I don't know. I mean, it could have been the sides. It could have been the hard cam side. I'm not sure. But Ringside News under the impression that was piped in. Fade said Bron Breakker slipped and then got stuck on the barricades. So he did slip. He went over and then boom, he did get caught on the barricades. So yeah, Bron Breakker having a little bit of a nightmare here. Look. But I love it actually because him slipping, boom, and then going over and then going over the barricade like that, it just reinforced that he wasn't bothered about how he looked. This wasn't about looking cool. It was about just getting your hands on LA Knight. As well as that, we had this from LA Knight. He said 5 more sleeps, lights out, and the music plays with everybody saying so. LA Knight very much ready for this weekend. So that was Raw. That was WWE. Let's go NXT. A couple of bits in here. So Sol Ruka has been announced that she's going to have a match with Izzy Dame. So they're going to be going up against each other at Great American Bash. So that match has now been added. Lash Legend shared a photo of her housewarming with Trick Williams. So I believe they've moved in together. And this was their housewarming. So you had Julius Creed, Omos, Obafemi, Kevin Knight from AEW, amongst lots of other people that were there. So a big housewarming party for those two. And on NXT this week, Ava is going to announce who is going to be in that Evolution Battle Royal. So Ava is going to make that announcement. So that's what we've got coming up for NXT. Let's just have a look at merch, shall we? A few bits here. So here you can get the new Seth Rollins case. So obviously he's got a new custom case. So Word of Wrestling, thank you. New shirts for Karrion Kross. So a couple of good soldiers letting you know these few pieces just dropped. So good soldier, Kross, and also wanted shirts. So lots of new merch for Karrion. New briefcase for Naomi. So a new case for Naomi with Do Not Cross and all that. Looks brilliant. I love that. I think that looks better than Seth's, to be honest. So there we go. New, and I don't get this. Held down by the man. I wouldn't be shocked if Becky's daughter drew that, to be honest. And maybe that's why it's on the shirt. But I don't really understand what that's in relation to. I don't remember anything on the show that kind of, I don't know, has led to this merch. So I don't really get it, to be honest. But there we go. That is Becky's new shirt. Right, let's go fun. I don't think there's loads in fun. No. Me hugging my wife before bed after telling her I'll be right up while staring directly at my PS5. So there we go. That from 90s WWE. Obviously not much in fun. We've still got to like really build the folders back up. But yeah, all the same. Let's go over to other. So, Edward, thank you. Alexa Bliss explains the thought process behind her Bray Wyatt tributes. She said, how do we respect Wyndham's vision and keep his memory alive without making it a tribute, making it more of like, this is Alexa now, and this is part of her past, but it's always going to be with her. So I think that's really interesting. She's trying to not just make it a tribute to him. She's trying to make it part of who she is going forwards. And I think that was a really good quote, a really interesting take. So Alexa just talking a little bit about Bray. Just a theory. I don't know if there's anything into this. Still humble, thank you. So I believe this has got something to do with those Wyatt Sicks cryptic messages from last week. And so someone has worked out that 7-9 is a verse, a Bible verse. Put an end to the evil of the wicked, establish the righteous, and the righteous God who searches hearts and minds. They're just wondering, could that be a tease for the righteous? And I don't know. I don't see the righteous joining the Wyatt Sicks. And I don't know why the Wyatt Sicks would tease the righteous coming into WWE if they're not connected. So, I don't know. I thought it was interesting enough to include. I don't know if there's anything to it, though. So it was just to do with this. The message will spread was apparently written like 7 times, 9 times, 7 times, and 29 times. And so people have counted it and gone, you know, is it something connected with 7-9 and then maybe 7-29? Could it be the Righteous making their debut on NXT? And I don't know. I thought it good enough to include. Wrestling fans since day one, shout out to you. So it looks like the son of Teddy Long has passed away. So obviously that's horrific. So thoughts with Teddy Long, that is absolutely horrific. So haven't heard the details, haven't read the details. I literally only just saw this as I was compiling this. So wrestling fans since day one, thank you. So yeah, I don't know the details on that. Tyler Bate has provided an update. He said that he's not injured. He's just waiting to return. So, yeah, we're just waiting for creative for Tyler Bate. Yeah, this is quite interesting. So here we've got some stuff that you might remember from old intros with WWE. So the line used in the WWE opening, yes, sir, we promised you a great main event tonight. That was Bill Welsh. And he was announcing Freddie Blassie versus Baron Leone from LA. So you might have heard that. Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event tonight. That was used at the start of loads of WWE shows. I think all the WWE shows. It was part of their signature. So apparently it's from that, right? And then as well as that, there was this clip. This clip isn't from the real match. It's actually 2 men recreating the match for a recording on the roof of Vitagraph Studios. It's littered with plants as crowd members and an unreal venue. So this is, unfortunately, a fake recreation of a match. But this was still old footage that was used at the start of like WWE kind of shows. So I just thought that was really, really interesting from Alan Cheapshot. And I just thought it provided a little bit more information for those things that you may have heard, certainly if you've watched some older WWE stuff. So there we go. That was the Let's Go community. So here let's go down. We'll just kind of work with what we've got. Oh, there's quite a bit in here. So James getting a follow from Tyra May Steele, as did TGR BND, also getting a follow from Tyra May Steele. Very good. Court of Wyndham follower said, what a great night. Been taking lots of photos and managing to get one there with Mick Foley. So very good. Ryan said, I got a like and a follow from R-Truth, Ron Killings. Very nice. Comic book guy picked up a new Matt Riddle Funko Pop, WWE Matt Riddle Funko Pop. Very good. Shaq Diesel got a follow from Ron Killings as well. And Salami Swagger got a like from Karrion, and looks like we got a like from Alexa as well. So there we go. Very good. Nick, the train guy, with more Quoker pictures and actually getting a quoted tweet from Lexis King. Very good. Here, got an Ava like for Jay. And Ronnie bumped into some wrestlers. So here's some video of Natalia. So I believe this is around by the arena. So there's Natalia. So I think we've got Karrion in this picture. If we just go full screen. There we go. There's Karrion. And as well as that, there's another Karrion. There's Natalia. Karrion again as well. So very good. So I know that Ronnie was able to meet quite a few wrestlers. So it looks like you had a great time, my friend. So shout out to you. And there we go. That was Unseen. So good to be back. My voice just about holding, but few bits in there, of course. But more importantly, we're back. So I just wanted to get this out there, get back up and running. And yeah, we'll obviously have another episode for you tomorrow. So things I'm looking for. Not really looking for news because I've got that covered, but anything for the fun folder or community folder, maybe if you see anything quite quirky, maybe other. So that's the kind of things that we're looking for. Actual news and things like that, I've pretty much got sorted. But always looking for things for fun folder and, of course, community folder. So, yeah. Thanks a lot for watching. Great to be back. And hopefully see you tomorrow for NXT and another episode of Unseen. Bye for now.